Ayabusia for some TV in Yama Obibia Akwabena. But you already a body rat and some no engineer Kwabena Agyapong, a former secretary at the NPP. Amanyo kono na in fact ade some do pina and ade abetu da busia enye senketwa wa bra na wone ye amanhene Kwabena asante twetwe enkomo ewo ekosi se ndumedie so na in fact na nsam ni nyina enne se NPP penifo na to de bia ya na wonte omase esanse se ya saki obi edi free NPP amanyo kono mu no de ya na ono de ye ne wa pa eyi esanse party de yesre na yakofa nipa no ede no abem na se ye pamo nipa ebi free party no mu de ono de wadwene ho a ya na wonte ase esanse nipa bebre na ana MPP penifo ya mobile si omatumi eyi omodi ede free party no mu nanka ono de wosusanka the last punishment on betumi de ama obi bi obefom party no se ye man suspension say bia nipa no crampo contest election and also position bia be say in the next 5 years no ye man kwan ama ngina position bia ba say be pamo no edi na free party no mu de na ono Kwabena Agyapong de no won pa na ontiase esanti MPP penifo enne watoto bi de ama no mo papa yi a enye senketwa say omonhwe omonja isennema ahodo na omo ne sanse nipa na wo free party no nso ono nso twe edom bi di a free party no mo enye senketwa je say ye beka yi a Hopeson Adorye mu nyina ya de so mu nyina ejai party no akotena fie a chese omatwe edom ne fa na di free MPP amane ekonomu akotena fie a chese enye senketwa we nsama hodo Kwabena Agyapong otumi de abetudwa enye senketwa mepese beko na ekotie enkoma hodo etumi ekoso ebusia enye senketwa e ba de omu bia no ye de beto aso
nti dudu no wo mu asese wo mu feel say so we have to go back to our roots.
We'll get back to the how do we get the discipline is key. How do you ensure
discipline na can I'm say bidu a misunderstand the discipline. So as we make can national executive and national council. So, since the unfortunate removal of myself as general secretary and Paul Afoko as party chairman and Sammy Crab, BBS is suspending Nipa. Suspension should be one of the last tools you use. Because party there, yes, friend Nipa, pam Nipa. There are other interventions I'll be to me there, but Obi misbehavior or party more. Ubet me a catch and say, because of our conduct in Tino, for the next 5 years, here man not for position be.
Of course, it's even better. Now, who pound Nipa every party no say? Party yes, let me a coffee Nipa account. Yes, ne akofe nipa ba konti empam nipa na ye bibia enye your ways of punishing the person obi nipa ni pia no mo proposition o say the way for the next 4 years
no no. And the vetting committee has the right to disallow anybody say be a free on your conduct say anything no representing
maybe the country
but that is wrong
no parties no
so wrong no because ye wo man mu a ye mpese ye beka no kre and stick to the issue and be firm on it wow be yes no because Agyapong o edwe no arrogant na say there be and there may be I think say as a political leader you have to be firm, be prepared to crack the whip, but also at the back of your mind, you know, say you are building a party.
And cracking the whip, not be offensive. Maybe you have
because sometimes, whip no crying, cracking it, and then there's selective
cracking of the whip.
That's right. And I make us into those things, no, and there are other ways in a political party to punish people without taking them out of the party because party no there ye nyina ye pe nipa no so ka ho enti wo ye bibi na nya ye wo kwan e fa so etwe na so e kasa kire ne kan say wo because of that no be a 5 years ni ye ma wonye say wo pe we ye fa ma ye ma wonye say enipa bi badwen young man na mo obi e pe MPAD na o ka kire ne say behave in a certain way we cannot put you on our ticket because the party reserves the right
by your courage because
we should have the courage.
Most of the candidates, that's why a lot of people will just move away from 170 because what and now in the echo
political parties now
because Yama post Adorye. When we are in government, if you say president no on the Timichi post in TSA or Danafo, I don't believe in that. So we've made sycophancy a business in this country. Yeah, wow. The leaders need courageous people around a bit my and make us opinion with yes. Maybe yes, we should do that. Now 2022 I remember nyamu studio and my sister station we can look. So I did not sleep it to 7. I'm saying the business confidence is very important in economic management. And to be who left the managers of the economy now maybe said they were doing well or whatever, but sometimes that change matters. It sends a strong signal. Now man for any confidence back because and then maybe we are quantifiable in economic management.
Do you believe in reshuffle?
Oh, of course. Nationality is very important because one, a microphone complacent. That's a matter Bermuda. In those days, who prime minister be so Homra Kassela. Ultimately, in their voice, they know say, "Na how the Commander Asema, na be a chief of staff here for so long." There has to be some respect for authority of the center that is guiding the government and making sure right decisions are taken.
Do we arrive at this point where I am Shishenko say there is no regard for authority again in this country? The impunity levels are. It's not controllable to say.
Why is it not controllable? Because you see, I think presidents, there's a perception now, from our time and even now, say the presidents are not in full control, and that there's a cabal or some people who have control rather than the president. But it's the president who has been elected, so I will not extricate any president from that blame.
Now, when you get there and you sit on that throne, who will say you cannot take those decisions.
Why?
You want to take.
Why? The West in say Ubefrio. That's the West. And I said for 10 years and I haven't occupied any government position. Am I dead? And how do I look like I'm dying? There's life after politics. And the people should not be obsessed with positions. Me the bois. Me see 2016. I was still serving my suspension. Me who say campaign mean enko ka ho nya bie no me mobilize ska and
2016.
Yes, there are a lot of people who became ministers because I helped them last minute. Penny ba ko beto me bank SSB me no SSB no is legal no do we na send it. The documents are there. I can show them to you if you wish, which constituencies when me see me boamo me come now voice look say me lose my position but party ni kokon ese me boa over 100 constituencies.
But that's the kind of heart you have for your party.
Yes, then that's what every genuine leader should have for their party. And that is why I believe that the party should look at me because I'm genuinely in love with this party and we need somebody here. Even in times of adversity, no. On nanani MPP party, no. 2020. That time na nyame nchade ya kama sinchena. Alma Mater, the Institution of Engineers. I became the General Secretary, the Executive Director, and then because of that, I became the General Secretary of the West African Federation of Engineering Organizations.